I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can only work on no one is dying. You welcome to the court. Welcome to the cult. All right. Now we're gonna get into all right. So in second edition, for the Lost, they did contracts a little bit differently. Contracts are bargains with fake creatures made with various facets of reality. The Lost are able to take these bargains into themselves, enabling their use. To do so, a Changeling must either spend glamour or take advantage of a loophole, a part of every contract that permits its activation without glamour expenditure. Caster can, in fact, do both in order to change an instant invocation to a reflexive one. Arcadian contracts. These are the oldest contracts hailing from the dawn of Arcadia. They're divided into 6 regalia, each of which resonates with a particular seeming. An additional 5 regalia are listed being kith and kin. Each regalia further subdivided into common contracts, bargains originally struck on behalf of the servants of the true fae, and royal ones struck for the stranger's own sake. So the 6 initial regalia are crown, jewels, mirror, shield, steed, and sword. And the 5 additional ones are chalice, coins, scepter, stars, and thorn. I'm probably going to actually enchant some items because I have most of the regalia items just like kicking around. I haven't yet, but like, you know, core contracts and Arcadian contracts. These powers can be divided into common and royal categories. Interesting, when one court is dominant, its royal contracts exceptionally succeed more easily. Meanwhile, subservient courts find that their common contracts gain bonus dice. That makes sense. Autumn, the last harvest, storms, all things dreadful. Spring, desire, growth, gentle warmth, soft rains. Summer, sweltering heat, and wrath and enmity. Winter, sorrow, loss, ice, and snow. Unaffiliated contracts. These contracts are either loosely affiliated or unaffiliated entirely with courts or old Arcadian agreements. Abjuration, banishing the supernatural. Air and darkness, creating illusions. Coming darkness, also creating illusions. Companionship, providing physical and mental support through comfort object. Cracked mirror, surveilling or swapping location with fetch. That's a royal one. Dread companion, royal, granting dominion over hedge ghosts. Earth's gentle movements, common, reshaping areas of Earth. Earth's impenetrable walls, royal, raising a fortress of Earth. Inspiration, spreading passions. Listen with the wind's ears, royal, eavesdropping on conversation when one's name is spoken. Momentary respite, existing in the space between moments, forestalling harm. Also a royal one. Pomp and circumstance, common, protecting an area for a private gathering. Shadow puppet, common, creates a living shadow. Steal influence, common, stealing an influence from a target. Then we have Goblin contract. A Changeling isn't limited to riding the coattails of pacts others made. To enter into new contracts of their own. These are called Goblin contracts, and as the name implies, they are struck between a Changeling and a Goblin. Every Goblin bargain is different. The Goblin merchant might ask for the Changeling to retrieve a lost object for him, a strand of Changeling's hair, or simply a future favor. Whatever he asks, the payment should be within the Changeling's power, though it needn't be easy to come by. And that is the basics of the second edition. Not weird contracts, just contracts in general. I'm also going to do these. All right. Game of Immortals. The Game of Immortals, also known as the Feud, is a contest between members of the true fae to devour names and titles from one another in order to reach this ultimate goal of Wyrd Transcendance. Overview. Feuds are covenants of gentry who vow to plot against each other in a form of cultured story warfare that can include many, many rules. The fae battle each other to generate legends and live, but to fight they need each other's permission. Arcadia is ruled by oaths and contracts. Dire enemies must negotiate their wars. The agreements create the alliances of enemies that dominate gentry society. Of course, true fae also use outsiders against their rivals. Free changelings need not ask permission to attack. To that end, they've revealed a few vulnerabilities, but they frame them with lies whenever they can. They tell changelings that a rival's weakness is unique and doesn't reflect a general truth about the kindly ones. Devouring. The gentry battle constantly, vying for each other's titles. For each title contains a shard of immortal essence. These conflicts take many forms. In one, an actor searches for a hidden gemstone, his enemy's prop form. If he wins it, he steals the title it represents. The rival's been wounded. If she felt mortal pain, it might be like losing an arm or burning alive. She's been weakened. Other members of her feud might attack again, creating more legends to channel their assaults until she's left with nothing but her name. If she loses that to a final legend, she's been devoured. Her rivals have eaten every part of her spirit. Whatever survives is no independent being, but a fragment owned by one of her conquerors. This death is the end of a true phase, most likely to suffer. Others sustain themselves through rivalry. Some feuds maintain a balance of power by enforcing complex oaths between members. These stipulate who can be attacked and when, in the hope that this will merely shuffle the titles in a controlled conflict. These arrangements rarely survive for long, and invariably one fairy blunders. She's weak, vulnerable, her feud companions hunger for her power and set upon her. You gotta be very careful about who you choose to be your feud companions. I'm just saying. You just gotta. You just gotta. You just gotta. You just gotta. Some might choose you as a feud companion, literally, actually, to screw you over. Why? Tactics. It's not cool. It's not fair. Especially something that's supposed to be a fair one. But, like, human standards don't necessarily apply to, like, Videohara. But, like, still. Too rude to endure is still too rude to endure. Especially for something that, whose entire existence, like a fae, is based on etiquette. And contracts. No mortal knows all the ways a fairy duel lays out, but there's always a specific order of injury. A true fae's name is sacrosanct until she's been stripped away of every title. However, a fae's nemesis can ignore this restriction. Without these titles, the unfortunate fairy must take an actor form whenever she participates in a legend. Her titles are gone, but her new static shape contains remnants of them all. Titles and certain contracts. In a final legend, she may fight for her very identity. If a feud mate wins it from her, he devours her completely. Gentry often flee to Earth to escape this fate. Although it's possible that they're actually more vulnerable down here. I'm just saying. Wyrd Transcendance is a mystical state that might be achieved by true. Wyrd Transcendance is a mystical state that might be achieved by true fae after accumulating enough titles, evolving into something even greater than an old god. The fae aren't sure of their ultimate fate, but their instincts drive them to this higher state. All right, and that covers the second part of contracts. From the second edition of Changeling Lost, also the Game of Immortals, and Wyrd Transcendance. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.